Hi guys, and welcome back. It's your girl, Yummy.com. Thank you for joining me, my internet friends. It's time for another Tipsy movie review. And like most of our Tipsy movie reviews, it's not a movie, it's a K-drama. So that'll prepare you on the roller coaster ride we are on today. But first, I do want to give a shout out because this video is sponsored, which I do love for me, for you, for us, for everybody. And it is sponsored by someone who has previously sponsored me before, but a really, really great Etsy shop called the Korean Soul Shop. They make all different kind of K-drama and K-pop merch. I talked about them earlier in a different video that I'll link down below, but they also just make really amazingly printed, beautiful custom stuff as well. I've talked about how I've gotten a lot of custom t-shirts made there. A lot of Korean drama, of my Korean drama t-shirt collection I have gotten from there. And even this shirt that hint we are going to be talking about the show Vincenzo today, I got from there. And when I let her know that I was going to be doing a Tipsy review about Vincenzo, she put together a Vincenzo-based box for me to open here for you before we get into the nitty-gritty of, you know, a Tipsy movie review. So without further ado, let's see what this package is. Okay, let's open her up and see what's inside. I'm gonna need you guys to not judge me because I usually open my packages depending on how sharp they are with a butterfly knife, but I can't find it because I'm in the middle of packing, so I'm using a chopstick and seeing if that'll work. And it did! Okay, let's see this package. This is my first time opening it, first time seeing it at all. I'm super excited because I love her stuff and I love Vincenzo, spoiler alert, but we'll talk about that a little bit later after I see what goodies I got. Okay, here we go. I already see a sweatshirt, something else. I already see a bunch of stuff. Well, but first we have this Cassiano sweatshirt. Okay, I'm super excited. I was eyeing this, obviously. This is the Cassiano sweatshirt with the lighter for justice! Oh my god. 1986. I love that. It reminds me of that line where he's like, what? I was born in 93. She's like, I was born the year of the snake.
하지 마 임마! 어린 놈의 자식이. 너 몇 살이야?
나 93년 박쥐다. 너 몇 살인데 나이를 물어봐.
야, 자! 오직 감히 뱀띠한테.
나도 뱀쥐. 아이씨.
Okay, next is a shirt. It looks like one of those definition shirts. On a shirt with the definition. Oh my gosh. I freaking love it. I freaking love it. Look at it. It's amazing. Oh my gosh. It says, a fruit or seed-eating bird with cooing voice, typically having gray or white plumage, with a tendency to collect his friends to save you from other mafia members. And I love that for him. Okay, yes, this is the Cassiano shirt I was talking about. I have the original Vincenzo, but this is the whole Cassiano family, which is, if you haven't seen the show, I don't know why you're watching this review, but it's the entire department building that lives in that building. They are the Cassiano family. We love that for us, the entire family.
아니면 당신이 부자가 되는 겁니까?
아, 당신들은 뭡니까?
우리 까사노 금갑 패밀리.
까사노, 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 까사노.
I love that I'm wearing this one, and then I have now I have the one with the entire family. So I have two versions of it. Like, winner, winner, chicken dinner. Love that. It's the instant coffee. Oh my god. This is iconic. Iconic.
You're in the arms of an angel.
Oh my god, I know exactly what shirt this is. I know exactly. I saw the pink and I knew exactly what shirt this is. This is the Concilia shirt. This is the, yes. They literally called this man literally everything. This is the shirt! Oh my gosh. Isn't it so cute? Look at his face! Oh my goodness, he's so cute. I love you so much. I can't kiss it because I have lipstick on, but oh my god. So cute. Oh my god, and so many like inside jokes. I freaking love it. I freaking love it. Ah! Can you believe it? I love it. I love it. Now I'm a part of the crew. Wave it like a flag. Oh my god, I'm so excited. This looks so nice too. Bye Bye Balloon Travel. It looks so nice. It really feels like it's like ingrained. It doesn't even feel like it was printed. It feels like it was like, not stitched, but like just made this way. I love it. Oh, I'm definitely gonna be wearing this on the moving truck. This is my moving look. You'll be seeing me in my moving fashion in that sweatshirt specifically. And
내 얼굴 잘 봐서 금가전 유틀이야.
the last thing we have is a mug, which on brand. We have the coffee, now we have the mug that we'll make it in. Oh, it looks like just a plain mug, a plain black mug, but I suspect that when you put some hot liquid in it, which we'll be doing with the coffee, stay tuned, it'll heat up and turn to something else. Hey guys, check in. It's actually 2 a.m. and I'm actually drinking the coffee and eating the coffee candy and also having some ramen and water. And I can say 10 out of 10, great. This is gonna be fun. They also have lighters. I know that they have lighters, but I already bought one. I already bought one for my own personal use, lighting candles and such. So I think that's why that wasn't included in here, but they also have really good lighters. Now that we have opened all of the goodies, super excited. I'm super happy with everything. I'm so excited, especially for the Cassiano family shirt, because I was literally going to buy that. Once I saw this shirt, I was like, all right, got it. And then they came out the Cassiano family shirt, and I was like, I need it. So now I'm glad I have it. This is exciting. With that being said, we're gonna actually go into the review, the review part of this Tipsy movie review, and talk about Vincenzo.
Mamma mia.
Now, one of the reasons that I really wanted to talk about the show is because the opening is so cinematically beautiful and a little bit different than any other K-drama. We don't get a lot of establishing shots in K-drama, but like you see this beautiful like winery, you see all of this lovely lushness, like people are speaking in not Korean, and it's a little confusing when you start off if you don't read the description. But you start off really strong. You really start off planting this idea of a mafioso. boss in his right. And you also see the range of his skills within the first like 10 to 15 minutes, which is amazing. You see how smart he is, how outwitting he is, like when he like outwits his adopted brother, like all of it, which I really, really like. And so when I saw that first episode, I was like, oh my god, I need to do a Tipsy movie review about this show because it's literally everything. It's literally everything. So I think I watched like the first 5 episodes, like back to back to back to back to back, and then at that point it had like, it was like weekly, it was like updating. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna stop and then I won't watch until it's all out, so then I can just binge it, because that's like, I know it's bad for like the environment, not the environment, but like for like television to be binging, but like if you give it to me in a way I can binge, I'm gonna binge it. So that's what I did. I ended up spoiling a couple things for myself on YouTube. Fun fact, I was like fully into the Chaeyoung and Vincenzo love that was going on, their like little bicker back and forth.
내일 초단위로 한껏 비웃어 줄게요.
Stupida. Deficient.
잠아!
아직 정신 덜 차렸구나.
I was really, really loving it. It was giving me what this show kind of really gives, which is like lawless lawyer vibes. I loved it. But I was like not watching. I was like not watching. And then I watch a lot of like BLs, which is like boy loves. So all of a sudden, a bunch of like, because I was like watching old Vincenzo videos and then watching also BLs on YouTube, like Vincenzo BL compilations started getting recommended to me, and I accidentally watched one and I was like, where did this story go? Because last I checked, he was straight and fully on the path of loving Chaeyoung. Like, what was going on? What did I miss? And I almost like broke down and just was like, I need to catch up. Like, what is going on? Did this turn to a BL all of a sudden? Like, what is going on? Spoiler, it doesn't, but it does give us some really great and fun scenes out of that like mini storyline.
I don't just want inclusion in movies. Show gay people for the often awful people they are.
No.
당신은 폭행수단 및 협박 혐의로 긴급 체포한다.
뭐야? 무슨 근거로 체포를 해? 대호?
Adrenaline's got an enemy and we shed aside.
제가 이 친구를 좀 다뤄봐도 될까요? 네. 아주 거칠게 다뤄주세요.
Don't wanna hurt you. You should leave me. I'm no good for you. So leave.
Let me explain the premise, okay? Really, I feel like I love K-dramas. Vincenzo is a good example of why I love K-dramas, because it's a mix of so many genres within one space. Like, you have this mafioso movie going on. You have that dash of romance. You have that lawyer vibe.
차영 변호사입니다. 저희 법무법인 지푸라기는 바벨그룹의 모든 부정을
And I love any drama that really deals with like Korean law to me. I think it's really interesting. So like Uncanny Counter, loved that drama.
쟤네야? 바보 새끼.
Lawless Lawyer, like I said, loved that drama.
내가 내린 판결은 신이 내린 판결.
Miss I always say this wrong. Hamburi. Humbury, the one with Goara in it. Love that drama.
튀는 사람이 버티기 힘든 조직이라셨죠? 제 스타일대로 부딪혀 보려고요. 어딜 만져 이 새끼야!
막말 재판장에.
아유 어서 희죽이 찍고 지랄이야 또 물대로 확 그냥 아유 집어라.
아니 어떻게 이렇게 모아놨냐고.
I love Touch Your Heart like so much. I love that drama.
이렇게 많아?
이거 12, 이거 12.
변호사라고 다 우리 변호사님처럼 능력 있고 카리스마 있는 건 아니구나.
There's just so many good dramas that have to do with law and K-drama. And so this was really up my alley, but it was even more so up my alley because it was, again, I want to say like Lawless Lawyer. It was like Lawless Lawyer, but if both of them were the dude. That's what it was. And you can even see it in that like car scene when they pull up to the courthouse. It reminds me of like the last episode of Lawless Lawyer where they both get out of the car with the sunglasses.
원고특 대리인 법무법인 지푸라기의 홍차영 변호사입니다.
네요. 잠시만요. 아이 그러니까 여기 지우신 분들 변호인입니까? 법무법인 지푸라기의 홍빈입니다.
누구지 뭐 나를 얘기는 음악인다 빼고 나쁜 저 친구들은 어디를 갔다는 내가 뱉은 장면들은 여기서 영향이 얼마 끼칠지 모르지 내가 하는 말이론 가름이 아닐까.
수고 많으십니다 검사님.
동상필 하재희 무법도시 서울에 온 걸 환영한다.
무법도시요?
Regardless, so that was the foundation of it. I loved it. I immediately was drawn to it. And then as it went on, it was like more and more apparent that it was a true and tried K-drama, which I really loved. It throws you off a bit because there's a lot of languages going on. Like his Italian is like a little bit cringeworthy, but like for me personally, it's a little bit cringe.
카메라 줌. 아디오.
There's just so many things going on. Our hero is speaking Italian.
Trecarlo e prendersi il suo vigneto. È stato un errore. Era famiglia. Era come un fratello per Fabio.
Our villain, spoiler alert, is speaking English.
It's me. 장준호. 바벨 그룹의 real owner. 장준.
Am I dreaming? I've never lost twice in a row in my life. Ever. This isn't real. What is this? Huh?
I'm so sorry. 계속 스파링 파트너를 놔두실 겁니까? You crazy?
이젠 죽여야지. 나대면 우리가 죽.
Like there's a lot going on. It's just like you can't trust anyone who speaks any other language than Korean in the show. But what really is one of the things, the driving factors of actually why I really love the show is because it tells the dynamic story of an anti-hero beautifully, and it gives us twists we never thought we needed excellently. So Vincenzo, from the get-go, you see he is not supposed to be your hero. He's not supposed to be well-moraled, well-giving, like all of these things. Like, yes, we like learned from him through seeing things through his eyes that he's a good person in the end, but like he's not necessarily like a moral compass beacon.
정의자든 무슨. 난 쓰레기 치고는 쓰레기야. 난 나보다 더 악취나는 쓰레기가 옆에 있으면 도저히 참지를 못하겠거든. 이제 그만. 장한석. 아이씨. 걸렸다.
He makes it clear that he's not a typical hero. He is, in fact, your standard anti-hero. But because he loves and protects those who we care about, we just happen to be on his side, which is really interesting. And the same thing could be said for our crazy villain. Like, he is just on the cusp of reality where it's like, are you a good guy? Do you like have some good guy tendencies, or are you just kind of a psycho killer? Like, what are we going for? What are we doing? It's very fluid in that, but like by the end of the thing, it firms up. They also have some super powerful and interesting scenes that are just my favorite. Like,
너무 열받으니까 카타르시스가 생겨.
just the collection of like funniness that goes on is insane to me. I'm always constantly dying of laughter, yet like still feeling all of these emotions. Like when she lost her dad, I think I cried. And just all of these different like feelings that go into it. Like you feel all of these feelings at the end of it, but it's just like you're also laughing and you can't tell. And then like there's also like the added convolutedness of the mafioso. It just adds another layer of hilarity to everything he does, because the Italianness already like added a layer. So you had, because of the Italianness, you had like him saying, getting frustrated, saying words in Italian.
이탈리아 말 나오는 거 보니까 뭔가 찔리신 것 같은데요. 뭔가 나쁜 말 같다.
You had him constantly at war with the chef that lived in their building, him not really understanding like the less fighter things in life, living in the building, the throwing the wine nights, him having like connection within like the Italian part of the Korean government, like all of those things. But then once it's apparent to everyone that who everyone is, the real like competition of wits actually starts to happen.
내가 빈센조를 처리하는 순간은 내가 빈센조를 완벽하게 이겼을 때야.
내 어머니를 죽인 건 악한 짓이 아니라 최악의 바보 짓이었어. 니들이 그렇게 수많은 사람을 죽이고 나까지 죽이려 했던 걸 알면서도 내가 왜 너희를 안 죽였는지 알아? 귀찮아서. 아무튼 너 이제 죽어야 돼.
Because all of this time you really see how sneaky they're trying to be. You see how sneaky even Vincenzo is trying to be with the way that he goes about his attacks when he was like going after like the law firm that the girl that Chaeyoung used to work at. Like all of those attacks like really thought out and like meant to mess with your mentals. Or you saw how sneaky our villain was, who I just love him. I love him.
Choke me like you hate me, but you love me low-key. Wanna date me when you fuck me, touch me with the lights off and my chains on. Baby, I'm not the right one, you should wait on. She a freak, little bad hoe. Guess my told me kill it, I said let me grab my death note. She put me in like a lasso, saying that she know me, I don't even know how. Ain't no daddy issues that I won't even bother. She said kill a cat like I'm Luca Magnotta. Real bad bitch, pussy ball like Saitama. They used to hate me, now they want me, bitch. I feel like I'm Gara. Girl, you fucking with the wrong one. Fuck his team, fuck your click, bitch, I'm on one. Fuck your stream, fuck your clip, you ain't saw one. Got your bitch on my dick like she want one.
look and she got death on dance.
나 밥의 구름 사실은 내 거야 내 거야 내 거야 surprise.
I love him. I love Tay. Like, I love 2 p.m. So, 'cause, you know, they were the original take your shirt off group. And like 2 p.m. sometimes, like, especially during this hiatus, I'm glad that they're coming back, but like especially during the hiatus, it was like SF9 for me, where it's like, are you guys really a K-pop group? Are you a group of actors who happen to sing in a K-pop idol group? Like, are you a collective of actors? Because honestly, I can't tell the difference. That's what I was like. That's how I feel about 2 p.m. and SF9. I digress. He was a great character, added a lot of color and depth. He was funny, goofy, but sinister, and he brought a new layer of the villain, because a lot of the times in K-dramas, not typically in the long ones, but like in the love ones, you're either the villain because you're the opposition of the main couple, so you're not really a bad person per se, you're just in the way. Or in the law ones where it's you're clearly on the wrong side of justice. This character was kind of both, but also quirky and adorable, and maybe like giving me like Henry when he was in Hello My Venus. Like, you know, maybe it's because the English sprinkles, but it was giving me Henry. And then when you see how actual twisted he is, it is insufferably amazing. That's how I feel about both Vincenzo and Tay's character, because they're honestly kind of the same, but just on different spectrums. Like, they're both very sneaky, both hiding who they are, both vying after our main girl, you know, both wanting the best for her eventually, but both willing to use illegal and underhanded manipulation tactics to get what they want in the end. So they're very similar, which I really like, but also very different, which I also really like. So that's kind of like where I stand with it. I don't have a lot to say about the series, because it is just simply a go watch it yourself. I genuinely love it. It's one of my favorite series that dropped in 2021. I will probably be making a list of like my top 5 K-dramas of 2021. This will definitely probably be on it, so check it. But yeah, I really loved it. I really thought it was amazing. And if I had to really pitch any part of it to you, it's the amazingness of Junki. Okay, the actor who plays Junki, I love him. Who plays Junki? Who plays Vincenzo? His name is Junki. Love him. He really plays the character, plays into the character so well.
고통의 단계를 천천히 느끼는 죽음. 까지 했던 말들 다 기억나지? 기억나는 것 같아서 안심이네. 이 속절창은 5분마다 5ml씩 네 가슴을 파고들 거야. 몸이 가벼울 정도로 피가 빠지게 될 거고 상상 이상의 고통을 느끼게 될 거야. 아마 내일 정오쯤 이 창이 네 폐를 뚫게 되면 넌 바로 죽게 될 거고. 그 춤 마음껏 추게 해줄게. 말상대해주니까 죽음에 대한 두려움이 살짝 없어진 것 같네. 직하게 느껴질 거야.
이건 아니지. 이건 아니지, 빈센조. 여자랑 아이는 안 건드린다며.
내 기준에 당신은 여자가 아니야. 치닫는 욕망대로 사는 괴물일 뿐이지.
아니야. 이건 아니야. 다른 좋은 방법 많잖아. 총이잖아, 총상. 총상!
and he reminds me of like the older brother of Kang Song. And then like if Na Young is the younger sister to Go Ara, then Kang Song is the younger brother to Junki. That's how I feel about it.
Patience, patience, patience. I ain't got time. Just going through the motion.
That is how I feel. You can't change my mind. And while I said I love his character, I loved all of the characters. They're so edgy and dynamic, and it just feels like it makes sense, because at the time you're like, everybody loves Vincenzo. Like, how do you hate Vincenzo? Everybody loves Vincenzo. There's a cop who's literally after him and is like, oh my god, Vincenzo is everything. Like, he is great and amazing. He is the one to be. Like, he is a really good and genuine person. And it's like, how did you trick the police, who are literally supposed to be after you, into thinking that, sir? Again, he made a whole man fall in love with him in the world's most classy seduction scene. Roll the clip, because that horse scene lives in my mind forever. The horse scene and the Ferris wheel scene, love it. And then also with that whole storyline, with the BL storyline that happened, you really get to see him in like different outfits, because a lot of the times he's in suits. Obviously he's a mafioso, whatever. She's a lawyer, she's in suits. He's a mafioso, he's in suits. You know, he's Italian, he likes the finer things in life. But when he was doing that joint, he was in the cutest things. He had a beanie on and I was in love. And lastly, I feel like I'm going really everywhere. There's just a lot. There's like the scenery that you can really enjoy, the typicalness of it being a genuine K-drama, with the spiciness of it having these Italian and American influences that are make it a little bit interesting to watch, and the characters that are all shining through at every aspect. Every character is amazing. Every character is great. Every character is A1. But the actress who played Cha Young, she stole the show out of everyone. I love a good face. I love a good man face. But she stole the show. She was witty. She was crazy. She was kooky. She was dynamic. She was willing to do anything, even though she worked for the law. She was just so levels above these basic 90s K-drama girls. Like, I love K-dramas now because the women in them are constantly surprising and keeping you on your toes and being not necessarily combative, but like shown as equal to the male counterparts. They're not just there to be saved. And she is like the exemplary method of that, because she's not necessarily good. She's on the bad guy team for the whole beginning of the movie, and the only reason she really switches team is because they killed her dad.
가도가 되셨지. 아니 무슨 그런 오글거리는 말을 하세요? 난 정의 따위에 관심 없어요. 그럼 왜 그리 빡빡하게 쓰고 덤비는 건데? 꼴배기 싫어서요. 우상이랑 바벨 꼴배기 싫어서. 뭐라고? 꼴배기 싫은 사람 깃방맹이 한번 확 날리고 싶은 건 인간의 본능 아닌가요? 일주일 후에 봬요.
And so she's just willing to do whatever she can to defend herself. It's not necessarily she wants justice, but she wants justice for herself. You know, she's willing to do the immoral thing to get to the ends meet.
신발 어울리진 않는데 인상적이네요.
용도가 용도인지라 한정판으로 하나 샀어요.
선수 교체?
콜!
잠시만. 아니야. 잠시만. 잠시만요.
But she's not just evil, she's hilarious, she's goofy, she's funny, she's quirky, she's dynamic.
멀리 안 나간다.
꺾는 거라 손가락에 힘도 안 들어가니까.
텐션 높여주셔서 감사합니다. 여잔 이런 일 하지 말란 법 있어? 젠더 감수성.
그리고 말이야, 이거 다 폭행이야.
폭행이 아니라 장난이었어요. 사랑하는 후배한테 친 장난? 이 정도는 서로 할 수 있는 사이잖아. 그치, 장한석?
근본도 없는 년이 법진한다고 까부는 꼴이랑 근본도 없는 꼰대가 돈 좀 뜨고 나대는 꼴이랑.
저 아버지 도울게요. 이런 말 지금 드리기 쑥스럽지만 저도 나이 먹으니까 가족이 제일 중하더라고요.
자영아,
네, 아버지.
변호사 때려치우고 배우 해보는 게 어떻겠냐. 적어도 남의 인생 망칠 일은 없을 테니까.
아버지는 저 못 이겨!
누가 일진 끝까지 가봐야지. 그리고 이제 말뿐이 아니라 진짜로 너랑 인연 끊어야겠다.
어떻게 끊으실 건데요?
좋은 방법이 있겠지 뭐.
And that's really what I love about the show. I love that all of the characters shine so brightly within it. The script was amazing. All of it was super great, but that's what I really love. I think the characters are the strong point of this show.
이거 어디서 많이 본 장면 같은데?
Now, as we do on this channel, we usually stop and reflect and give a drink to reflect our time on this series, movie, whatever it so may be. And of course, I had to give this drink a lovely and boisterous red wine. Now, specifically, I'm going to give a wine that I was actually drinking at the very beginning of this, which is the Snoop Dogg 19 Crimes wine called The Banished. I love the front of it. This is a dark red 2019. It's 19 crimes, each declared by His Majesty it's 19 crimes, each declared by His Majesty to be punished by the convention to be punished on convention by transportation. The Banished. It's a Snoop Dogg wine. It is truly amazing. I do not like red wines, but this one kind of actually just feels great. You can drink it at any temperature. I mean, I'm sure you're supposed to drink red wine at a certain temperature, but you can really drink this at any temperature because it is bolstering out here. And I was like knocking back. It's really good. And that's what I give the show, because not only because of the pun of, you know, criminal activity and, you know, Italian heritage of red wine, but it's actually really full body yada yada yada. It's really like full and illustrious and has all these different notes that are really fun to pick apart, just like this show has all these different characters that are really fun to pick apart. I'm Yami.com, guys. I really like the show. Tell me your thoughts on it, if you want me to talk about it a little more, or, you know, I had to save a little bit of tidbits for the top 5 video coming out later this year. But I said I'm Yami.com. Don't worry, I will be back, so stay tuned, my internet friends.